is Deven. I was born on December 9th, 1997. I was born with a heart defect called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, and that's defected me throughout my life. I get short of breath very easily, so I can't run for a long amount of time. I can't swim underwater for a long amount of time. So that's made it very difficult. It also affects my height. So throughout my life, I was picked on a lot in elementary school and stuff like that. But yeah. So I'm just a normal teenager. I like to hang out with my friends, play video games, watch TV. I really like to cook. Yeah. So in November of last year, I had my tonsils taken out because for the previous 4 years, I kept getting really bad sore throats and swollen lymph nodes. And lymph nodes are things that fight infection in your body, and they're all over your body. But mine was only in my neck, so they thought it was my tonsils. So they took my tonsils and adenoids out. At least they think they took my adenoids out. And so when I woke up from the surgery, the surgeon told my mom I think I took his adenoids out, but I don't know really what it is. It was this white kind of stuff, and I can't tell, but don't worry about it. So we didn't worry about it, but me and my mom started noticing shortly after the surgery, I was really tired. I was having night sweats and getting high fevers, and we were like, well, maybe it's just a side effect or something. So what we decided to do, we just pretty much ignored it, and on my birthday, December 9th, 2011, I was at home. I was going to go to school that day, back to school, from recovering from surgery, but I was just too tired and all that kind of stuff, so I decided to stay home. And my mom was gonna come home around 4 so we can get the birthday party set up, because I was having a bowling alley birthday party with all my friends and my family. Now, my mom came home at 9 o'clock in the morning, which really scared me. I definitely knew something wasn't right, but she went straight to the bedroom. So her boyfriend went into the room with her, and I could just hear them talking for a really long time. My grandma came over to give me my present, and she's like, "Where's your mom and Scott?" And I said, "They're in the bedroom. They've been talking in there for a while." And so she went into the bedroom, and something that really worried me is I heard my grandma yell, "No, this is supposed to be a good day. This can't be happening." And so when they stopped talking, I went into the room and my mom was on the phone. And I heard, "When you come through the doors of the facility, you're going to sign in and everything." And at first, because my worst fear is someone I love getting cancer or me getting cancer. So I asked my mom if she had cancer, and she said no. And I asked her if I had cancer, and she didn't respond to me, so I locked myself in the bathroom. The reason she didn't want to tell me is because she wanted to wait till my dad and stepmom came over to tell me so they could tell me as a family. But she pulled me out of the bathroom and told me that the doctors think I have Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 2, and they wanted me to get checked out and stuff. So that day I had to go get my blood drawn, and then later on that night, we went to the bowling alley. I got over it. At first it was a little rough, but I got over it, and then that night I went home, and then the next day we had to do a bunch of tests at the hospital and all this kind of stuff. So then they confirmed it a little bit later, and we started chemo a couple days before or a couple days after Christmas, I think. But anyways, so we went through 4 cycles of chemo and a couple weeks of remission. A couple weeks of radiation, and I was told a couple weeks later that you're in remission, you're healthy now, and yeah. So we went to Disneyland to celebrate, and while we were in Disneyland, my mom started noticing more swollen lymph nodes, and I was noticing that I was getting really tired again. But I decided to ignore it mostly because I thought I was just really tired because we were walking around Disneyland all day. So, but my mom didn't get over it. So as soon as we got home from Disneyland, she made doctor's appointments, and she wanted them to take out part of my lymph node, the one that was swollen, to check it for cancer. And so they took part of it out, and come to find out, I was at school one day, and my mom called me, and she said that it was back. It was a little rough, but I dealt with it. I was like, I've gone through this before, and I could do it again. So right now, I'm on my 12th cycle, I think, and we don't know how many more we will need, but until I'm in remission, we can't go to transplant. So hopefully I'll be able to be in remission soon and be able to get a transplant so that I can be healthy again and live my life. So thanks for watching this video, and yeah, thank you.